Hello dear friends, welcome back to another installment of our adventures here in southern Sweden, building this big recording studio in an even bigger old Swedish cow barn. This might be the week where it really kind of looks finished. I have literally right now just finished all the fabric and trim in the booth. It looks like a comic strip. Elsa has been painting the bottoms of the big struts in the live room, because one of the next things I'm going to do is build the bench top that goes around this room. And the idea is that the bottoms of these struts will be painted black up to the level of the bench, and then it'll be au naturel above that. What else is going to happen this week? A bit of tinkering with the dust extraction, that's for sure. I'm working on it. And in fact, I've even 3D printed my first little component this morning, which was very exciting. But I will explain that in a minute. All right, thanks a lot for watching and supporting us. If you want to join our channel membership, then click the little link down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's do this. Man, that looks good. Check it out.
Ooh, nice.
Bloody good. Oh, this oak is amazing. It's so smooth. I've got one more of these to make for in here, which maybe I'll do now, but actually Elsa's painting the lines neatly with a laser. Yeah, but I think actually what I will do is make the shelves for out here on top of that ledge right there, and up here on that ledge too, because then this room is kind of done enough that we can clear up all this crap up against the wall there. We don't have to get to that wall again for a while. But actually the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the third thing 3D printing, because the second thing finished, which was to connect the miter saw to this nicely and in a way where it won't keep falling off all the time. I tested it out, it's still kicking out a bit of dust, and I did see something online which uses like a silicon mat, and you make it like a kind of little hood thing that goes under here. But I mean, it's definitely working a lot better than it was. I mean, before I had nothing on there for a while and it was just firing stuff out the back. But the third thing I'm going to print is going to be for here on the table saw, which is going to be a splitter which will split here somewhere to another piece of this 50mm pipe that I have over there, which will, for now, I have a bit of an idea. I might try and use an angle poised lamp thing, or I've got a bit of an idea, but we'll see how that works out. But I'm going to use the top of this oil can, which actually fits really nicely, just for now. I mean, maybe it'll stay, maybe it's kind of funny. I quite like that it's got a handle on it. I don't know, who knows, maybe this will work well and it will look funny. Yeah, I'm going to use this as basically a dust shroud thing. But yeah, first of all I need to 3D print the connector, and then I can make these shelves. Okay, so this is what I built, and it only just fits. I think you can see there where it grays out, you can see where it won't print. So I think I'm okay. Bloody hell, it's going to fill the whole thing. Alright, let's slice that, see what happens. And then let's print. How long is this going to take? 4 hours. Hopefully it works. Okay, this is nearly done. I am now in here planing the biggest things I've ever planed on this machine. These huge slabs of oak. Totally incredible. So these are going to be the shelves on top of the those low walls in the lab. Such beautiful wood. Yeah, so I'm just planing one side. They don't have to be totally flat. I'm going to screw them down. Messed up here with the planer a bit, but it'll be okay. So yeah, just planing down one side. I will then route a nice, maybe a little round over or an angle or something along the front edge. So I've got 3 to do, should be enough. One there on the floor. Man, I'm so lucky to have this kind of wood to work with. There you go. Okay. I mean, it's strong. It's slightly flexible. I think I'm careful. It'll be alright. Okay, it's Thursday. That side is done. This side I've started. I've put the shelf in. Just about to start doing the kind of bead along the wall. But I have to run now because I'm going to have my annual grooming session. So next time you see me, I will have new hair, maybe. And I'm back, new hair. Feeling fresh. So I'm going to finish off this shelf and then I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. You'll have to wait and see. There's a bee. Yeah. Very nice. Look at that little corner there. See? Do you see how nice that is? There's the bee. What's he doing? Don't sting me. Okay, so I'll just screw all this together. Do the beading down there, and then this is done. Even that in there is pretty nice. Look at that. Oh man, oak is just what a luxury. Right, it's Friday morning. Okay, where am I? I am in the lab because it's kind of feeling quite finished in here. Still need to paint the blob. I made a little door architrave thing last night, so that really is ready to paint now. But I'm looking at all these piles of offcuts of insulation, and I'm thinking before I start making the bench, or the benches in the live room, which I am cleaning up, well, which I have cleaned up, looking a bit better now, I would actually just stuff some of those offcuts of insulation here in the back of the bench, because why not? It's only going to make it a little more absorbent. So I'll do that, and then I will start making the bench top out of oak. Okay, all done. I've just dug that little bit out there because I realised I didn't put in an Ethernet cable yet. So I will do that now. It runs to the control room, so we've got Ethernet down at this end. I'll do that, have some lunch, and then try and make some of these tops. I have, I think, 8 or 9 big slabs of oak here. How many is it? 5? 9. 9 slabs of oak, which maybe is just enough to do this. Some of them are a bit manky at the end, like this. So I'm going to spend the next hour or two doing what I've been doing all week and last week, like chopping these pieces of oak into nice flat and square boards, and then I'll see how much bench top I get out of it, and then I'll see if there's more in the solar kiln if I run out. But yeah, I think this should get me most of the way. Let's see. Do you want to see me doing all this again? A little bit of it maybe. So one little thing about these oak boards is that some of them, actually quite a few of them, as I saw along, the tension in the board, it basically grips the blade, as I saw, and it keeps binding the blade, and it's incredibly annoying. So what I've done is I've just hammered a little wedge in at the end, and hopefully that will keep the sides apart so I can keep sawing through. Maybe it'll work. Whew, okay. Sorry I didn't film that. I was battling with the planer. I think there's something up with it slightly, but got there in the end. So yeah, I have, I think, 8 or 9 boards. So I'm going to try to do one of these. It's 4 o'clock on Friday. I'm going to try and do one bit and then I'll stop. All right, let's go. Okay, so allowing for the fabric and stuff on the front, if I do a 2.5 centimetre overhang, there'll be a little covering plate here at the back, so that won't matter. But I need to cut a really neat circle around there. Yeah. Okay, I've been messing with this for a while. The thing is that the beams are not totally, spherical, circular. In their, what's the word, cross-section. So I think I might do this approach. Can you see that? So it'll be curved at the back and then come out straight at the front. And then that way I can always trim a little bit off here if I need to make it fit a bit nicer, because I can also slide this further in. That's a good point. Yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to cut this on the jigsaw as neatly as I can. Also tricky, but yeah, I'm going to do that and then see if it fits. Okay, so it's a little bit too far that way, but it won't go any further because it's touching here. And I thought about sort of cutting it more to the shape of the beam, but there's something I think really cool about it being like a perfect semicircle, you know, like next to this rough old beam to have like a kind of sort of really perfect curve. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll just extend the curve further back slightly. I think 1 centimetre should be enough, and then that will allow it just to move across a little bit. This is going to get weak here, but it's oak, should be okay. Like 1 more centimetre off. And then I'll have to put a little batten on this wall to support that corner, but that's turned out pretty good, that angle. Man, this is some high-end bench shit. I've trimmed it a bit bigger. It's almost there. Shit, man, can we live with this? It's gonna drive me crazy, but I think maybe I trim a little bit off there, but it's still touching in here. I could just route that underneath. I could just route a kind of an edge on that underneath. And also trim that a little bit. There you go. That is sweet. Okay, nice overhang. All right, so I guess next week I will just continue going around, and it should be a bit easier now because I think that's the only one where I have sort of two joins at the same time, you know, like the angle here and the cutout there. Everything else I can just do the cutout and have it overlapping, leave it long here, do the cutout, get that good, mark it here, cut. This has no cutouts, so there's 4 more. So yeah, all right, should be okay. That'll do, Friday. So yeah, what a week it's been. Let me just think. I can't even remember what we've done, but it feels like we've done a lot. I reckon by the end of next week, the studio is going to be nice and clean and feeling kind of finished. Get Elsa painting some stuff. I'll finish off that bench, do the fabric on the bench. Yeah, I think structurally that will be it. So thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. Please subscribe if you haven't already. This is really getting exciting now. Anyway, yeah, lots of love. Look after each other, and I'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye.